What if I told you that hidden inside a 4,500-year-old pyramid lies a secret that has baffled experts for centuries? A discovery so shocking that it led scientists to send a robot deep inside, searching for answers. The robot advanced through the ancient passageways until it encountered a massive stone slab blocking the way. Experts believe that behind this barrier was a secret buried for over 4,500 years. Determined to uncover the truth, they installed a drill on the robot to pierce a small hole through the stone. What the camera captured beyond that hole was something no human had seen for millennia. The engineering marvel of the Great Pyramid. At the heart of Egypt stand 138 pyramids, structures that have withstood earthquakes and storms for thousands of years without shifting an inch. Among them, the most imposing is the Great Pyramid of Giza, covering an area of 31 acres, large enough to fit 9 football fields. This pyramid was built using approximately 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing up to 50 tons. Altogether, the pyramid weighs an astonishing 6 million tons, the equivalent of 12 Burj Khalifa towers. But why was such a colossal structure built? Thousands of years ago, with no advanced tools, how did they manage to level every wall with millimeter precision? How did they cut and transport 50-ton stone blocks without cranes or cement? And, most incredibly, how did they construct an earthquake-resistant structure with each side perfectly aligned at a 51.5-degree angle? The greatest engineering challenge is Challenge 1, the perfect orientation. For centuries, researchers have tried to decipher how the pyramid was aligned so precisely with the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, without the use of a compass. Some experts believe that ancient Egyptian architects used the position of the polar stars to achieve this perfect alignment. Challenge 2, leveling the ground. To ensure stability, the pyramid had to be built on an entirely level surface. But in an age without laser levels or modern tools, how did they achieve this? Evidence suggests that the Egyptians filled the area with water to measure its level, then manually carved the ground until it was perfectly even. Challenge 3, cutting the stones. How did they cut 50-ton stones without steel tools or electric saws? Historians believe they used copper tools reinforced with arsenic to make them more durable. They also employed a clever technique, inserting wooden wedges into rock cracks, soaking them with water, and allowing the expanding wood to break the stone into manageable blocks. Challenge 4, transporting the stones. The massive stones used in the pyramid weren't found in Giza. They were quarried 250 kilometers away in Torah. Each block weighed around 50,000 kilograms, the equivalent of 3 fully loaded buses. Without cranes or heavy machinery, how did they transport these massive blocks? Recent studies suggest that Egyptians transported the stones via boats along the Nile River. However, loading and unloading these enormous blocks required a synchronized workforce of at least 500 laborers working in perfect coordination. Challenge 5, lifting the blocks. How did they lift 50-ton blocks to a height of 480 feet? One theory suggests they built spiral ramps around the pyramid, while another proposes zigzagging ramps used by hundreds of workers to drag the stones upward. Challenge 6, hidden chambers and secret passages. Inside the pyramid, archaeologists have discovered mysterious chambers and secret passageways. Even more astonishing is that the inner walls are not made of limestone like the exterior, but of granite, one of the hardest materials on Earth, nearly as tough as diamonds. Today, cutting granite requires high-precision tools. But how did the Egyptians manage it 4,500 years ago? Experts discovered that they likely used a toothless saw combined with sand as an abrasive. This painstaking process meant that cutting a single block of granite could take up to 4 months of labor. What lies beyond the sealed chamber? Despite all these discoveries, many questions remain unanswered. What was the true purpose of the pyramid? How many workers were involved in its construction? And most importantly, what did the robot discover behind the sealed stone slab? Join the discovery. The mysteries of the pyramids are far from solved, and new discoveries could change history as we know it. What do you think is hidden behind the secret chamber? Leave your theories in the comments below. If you love unraveling ancient secrets, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new mystery.